and kill them. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
And that's what this devil is doing. You know, because the game is out. That's what this devil is doing for hundreds of years. All right? That's why he said he was angry with the woman. He went to the wilderness. You know, that's them and us. All right? And again, he went to the west parts of Africa. And later on, he snatched them. So this ain't no thing. This shit been going on for me. Even before then, Esau and Jacob. Going even down to the times of Esther. All throughout the generations. Go ahead.
Spiritually, it's called Sodom and Egypt.
Right, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Sodom and Egypt, two different places. Let's go.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
And the Lord died in Israel. So what is this place? This place is mentioned in Babylon and Greek. It's America. Why is the I am Horus with the pyramid over the back of your dollar? I am Horus. Whatever that bullshit is. That go back to Egypt. Egyptian obelisk in the nation's so-called capital. Why is the Egyptian obelisk in the white man's capital? All right? That all goes back to Egypt, man. Even when you look at these cars and shit, Bentley, Chrysler, all that shit go back to Egypt. They got the wings on the front. That's the Babylonian subjects. All that shit go back to Egypt, man. This place is that place that's called Sodom and Egypt. Where do we sell our bondage? Where do we sell our shirts? Right here in America, at the worst. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in grave.
All right, and that's more than a hard process. To the time when we broke down that, you know what I'm talking about? 5 years of the truth, our forefathers, still the algorithms, you know, during the mid-60s, late 60s, early 70s, you know, when this thing really came with the push, you know, I always put that on the bombing level, you know, that Mac, that was made in the 70s. And then they had that scene, but, first of all, they had niggas in there picking on white. But they had that scene where the dude walked in, and he was supposed to be a bug out. But he was black, like darker than me. And they started at his feet. He said, "What's your name?" He said, "JC." He said, "What's your occupation?" He said, "Where you from?" It was a black man, a so-called black man, at the police station. Why did they put that there? Because that's the period of time when our forefathers, our elders, was out there. And they chose us to go into the world. And you know that was a nigga movie. In the spirit, you know that we didn't watch that. Everybody did. But All right, he took Negroes, you undesirables, man. But he took Negroes and he brought they black ass over here. They still, especially these stupid niggas right here, they believe everything the white man says. For the last 500 years, Esau has picked you niggas heroes, man. Go ahead.
And after 3 days,
You was a gift, nigga. Go ahead.
and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they
Going to the point, the spirit of light. We're being waking up. Go ahead, brother.
stood upon their feet.
I got it, brother.
And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
And that's what you see. But that's what you see. You see the. All right, you see the 2 sticks? Get that pose on, man. You see the Latino brothers over there? 2 sticks, waking up. See the children? You know, 2 sticks, waking up, man. I never thought about this conversation, man. It's spiritual, man.
Let's go!
Let's go. Oh, go ahead. I mean, finish it out, man. Finish that out here, y'all was up.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in clouds, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted, and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
And the third war is going to come quickly. And that's World War III. That's the judgment that's coming out of earth. When they bullets in that's all.
Here it goes down.
That's fine. That's fine right there. That's the only verse that's fine right there. That's the third war coming quickly. That's actually
The book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 5, Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord Yahweh.
And that's that third war. You go ahead, back into life.
Verse 6, and he shall turn the hurt of the fathers to the children, and the hurt of the children to their fathers.
And that's how we was woken up, man. Go ahead.
These shall come and smite the earth with a curse. You know, you house we got by Shai, you know. A lot of, you know, elder brothers, you know, believe that, you know, that the opportunity was Elijah the prophet.
No, we all believe it. That's what the scripture says. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Yep.
No, that's what we believe here, great Ghost. That's exactly what happened. It ain't no Wayne. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, that is what that is.
That's cool.
Look at the effect. The spark. All this sparks from him. All right, that's the point to you. No, that's you.
I know.
You know, this whole spark of this Israelite, you know, it goes back to that man. See, but he also paved the way for Yahweh as well.
Right.
I mean, you read that in John, the 1st chapter, through like the 4th, 5th chapter. All right, he said, "I'm not the light, but I came to bear witness of that light." All right, and who are we underneath? We're underneath Yahweh. So we're coming in it's the same pattern, man. Same pattern of prophecy. It's happening. That has to be
John the Baptist.
That had to be Elijah.
John the Baptist baptized you have a shot, you know? You know, you have to, and John the Baptist like, I'm not worthy of latching your shoes. You know, I'm not worthy of baptizing you. You baptizing me. That's it.
And all you niggas in Islam gonna die. Go ahead.
James 12 and 13. But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the day. Hey man, hey, that's what we're doing, man. We're standing out right now, man. Alright, so them wicked people, man, hey man, let them be wicked still, man. Because that's their lot. Just bounce off something about that. Revelation 22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Right, so we're living in a time where these people that don't take heed, don't listen to the videos, scoff, curse, strong speech towards us, you know, offend us, threaten us. Just let them stay Or is meat grinders about to turn on soon? Why do you need to do it? Most of you people, you're going to go right into the meat.
Meat grinders.
The great meat grinder of the
I
Lord.
used to always say that like years ago.
Meat grinder.
But I ain't say the Lord. I used to say this sounds
Hey, that's why you got scriptures that say after two ammunition reject, man. Because hey man, for the most part, ain't nothing you can do that can really change their mind. If the Lord set them up to be in that lot, ain't nothing you can do. Alright? It said, let him be righteous. No, it said, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
That's a lot weird. We're on the path to being holy and righteous. Stay in this, like Elder Patak says, man. Stay in the house, man. Stay in this sheepfold, man. All right, you don't want to go out here amongst these people. These people are reprobate. These people are retarded. These people are foolish. These people are covetous. These people are full of lust, full of anger, full of malice, adulterers. You can't trust anybody in this world. When you come into this brotherhood, you have a sense of trust now. You know. You go around our people, you can't trust our people. Yeah, your friends that when you went in the world, your friends in the world, you didn't trust them. They just low-key sneak this and do all this and, you know, just do bullshit to you. Even friends are not really friends in this society. Friends are friends when you come to this. All right, we're actual friends and ultimately friends of the other show.
No, I'm gonna say, hey, these the same niggas that in the world, when you're in the world, they can steal your shit and help you find it.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. They got the shit in their car. You niggas are wicked, man. Yeah. But you are the dead. So we understand that you must stay in that position until the end of this time, man. The day of doom is what's gonna be the judgment. You niggas gonna all get eaten up in it, man. It's already started, man. It's Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known it. They are silent children, they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. So we just speaking plainly who our people are. You know what I mean? This is foretold. 2/3 of our people are going to be dumb. They're going to be destroyed. The Lord says they have no knowledge. They always going to do evil because they love it. You know what I mean? They love the abominable things. They love the father Esau. They're going to be destroyed for it. So the Lord told us we're going to deal with it. Our job is to make sure we do what we're supposed to do. That's why we out here, standing in great boldness, telling everybody, hey, come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, or get destroyed. This is John 3 and 13. And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man which is in heaven. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up in the wilderness. That's what how it sounds. John 3 and 15, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have eternal life. How shall's not here, but what the Spirit is there. Alright, and the people are rejecting the Spirit of Yahushua. They reject us. And Yahushua said, those who didn't hear me on the side. See what I'm saying? So it's a whole thing of what you people are doing, man. You don't even realize it. Alright, you're doing this on prophet type of shit. Alright, but at the same time saying that you believe in the Most High. It's crazy, man. Every scripture. I'm gonna keep going, man. John 3 and 16. For the Most High so loved the world, talking about the Lord of Israel, right? And that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For the Lord sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. We're in the same stead. You come up here to the prophets, this is your ticket out of Lord willing to be the elect. It's your ticket out of this destruction coming back. You see? It says, verse 18, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. Now I'm going to this word condemned real quick. For all the unbelievers out there, you be messing off, going to be crazy, you just some niggas in dresses, you want to eat them words. It's crazy. No, crazy. It says, condemnation, to be judged, summoned to trial, that one's case may be examined and judgment passed upon. All right, and that's what's happening through this word. This word is for the falling and rising of many earth. It Simeon blessed them and said unto Mary his mother, Behold, this child is set for the fall and rising again of many in Israel. Right. Right. This child is for the rising and falling of many in Israel. We coming back to Yahushua. We understand what Yahushua said. Yahushua said it. All right. These things are written in parables for the majority of the world, man. All right, but to you, it is given to understand the mysteries of the kingdom, man.
One time before our learning. You know, the Lord ain't give me. That's why you read, I think, the second episode, he gave a breakdown. He said, show this to these men, show this to these men, show this to this man. Then he said, you, this right here on you. But when you read Timothy, it say, commit these things to faithful men. A lot of these people are into infidelity, man. They don't believe the Most High. They don't believe that the Most High is. They think the Most High is a white man. 2000.
When it clearly describes his color in the scriptures. He that believeth on him is not condemned. So if you believe this truth, you're waking up to this believing, this understanding in the last days, you have a chance of not being condemned. It's what's about to come on this earth. A lot of people about to die.
Shit out of here.
All right, that's what the prophets have always came out to say. A lot of niggas, a lot of women, a lot of demons, a lot of our people are gonna die. How about that? That's what the scripture says, man. Death. All right, Jeremiah 16 says you're gonna be all over the earth, dead, like dung. Like you see a dog take a shit, you're gonna see people all over the ground dead. All right, it started. It's beginning. Look what we just came out of. Look how many millions of people just died. All right, that's judgment from the Lord. It says. All the men, it's John 3:18. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. That's heavy, man. You already condemned. You're being set up to be destroyed in this lifetime. Yep, John 3. Yep, no, hold on. Yep, what do you want me to go? Yep.
That's very important, man. The reason the name. Right? The name with your work, your faith will get you out of here, man. Call on JC, call on Muhammad, call on the Pope, it's not going to get you delivered. It's our faith and our belief in the name. There's power in the name.
But as many as received him, to them gave his power to become the sons of God.
You got to receive the Lord, man. The Lord said what? He said, knock. You got to open it. And he's going to come into you. So when you knock, you open the door, you receive from the Lord, man. All right?
Even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God.
That's it, man.
So that's who the Lord picks, man. Like I said earlier, you were given to Yahushua by the Most High, man.
Right, where is it?
He said, Jeremiah, he said, before I formed you in the belly, I knew thee, and ordained thee to be a prophet. So, hey, man, before we were even born, the Lord already had our job set up, man. You know, we just we had to go through what we had to go through. And the shit, eventually, he was going to turn the lights on. It's like, all right, now get your ass to work, man. Hit the highways, hit the byways, and offend less, man. And teach others to do so.
Those who have garnered faith as a treasure, man. Hey, that faith is given to us before the world was even created.
Like the scripture says, my sheep shall hear my voice. You know, like first, I think it's in 1 Corinthians, like chapter 3, we're talking about the wisdom of this world. You know, it's foolishness. It says the wise is taking their own craftiness. You know, and the Lord told us we were going to see our teachers. This Isaiah 30:20 says, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, and yet not, it's like, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And this word is going to go forth into who it may. You know, and everybody's going to fall back into their life, like the brother said. And you know, the righteous men of Yahushua, no matter where, what part of the world they're in. And the truth of the matter, the nation of Israel is among every nation. You know, you're going to have Chinese people look like, it's like, you have Israelites that look like Chinese, Israelites that look like so-called African people, and But the truth of the matter, man, if the spirit of Yahweh Shemiah Shah is upon them, hey, they're going to come back into this word, do the work.
So 1 Corinthians 14 and 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So we come back in our lot. You know what I mean? Back in the old days, we were doing the same thing. Right now, we came back into our lot. We're doing it again.
Hey, that John I read, John 5, it says all that shall see the Lord and believe, which shall show the reincarnation, I shall raise them up in the last days. All right. So, like I said before, some of us we were walking with the Lord. We were part of those councils. We were in the big gatherings and areas of lots of people where he went to teach. We were standing there. One of those spirits, man. The Lord said, you see me, you believe me, in the last days, I'm going to raise you back up, man.
What's up, man?
Right, that's too.
It's all about faith. It's all about faith. Hey, we didn't see outside the 5 loaves and the 2 fish. We wasn't able to say water to wine or walk on water. Right? Hey, but we see the fruit of his spirit.
If you get tired of holding it, I'll hold it for you.
Alright, I'll let you know, bro.
We took a 2 or 3 gathers together that I am in the midst. So the Lord is always here, man.
So I got a little bit more. John 3 and 20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be revealed. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. So everyone, the Lord is sitting in the house of Israel, he's going to gather all the remnant, man. Okay? The remnant is going to be gathered by this word. All right? The word's not going to remove out of the seed of Israel, the righteous seed. It's going to always come back. It tells you that. It should go,
There's another tripod right here. You want me to get it?
Yeah.
all right? So everything's coming back together. Nothing is new under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, man.
That's just part of the law. You should teach it to your children by day or by night or by the bed or when they wake up.
It's like it in there.
Moving as a unit. Now, Lord, what are we moving this spirit? How about
This is Matthew. No, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 1, verse 37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come. That's the spirit. It says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness, and though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, and yet in spirit they believe the things that I say.
Yeah, we don't gotta see the Lord, man. It's faith. Something that's things hope for, man. It's a thing that we're gonna get that, man. Hey, we don't have to see the Lord, man. Right? When we feel the spirit, we know the spirit. Hey, we see the Lord for these men, man. Right out here on the highway, the byways, sacrificing their lives.
That's why we're going through the furnace. All right, because we're going to get that lesson of how we're going through the furnace. And then we get more towards the end. We get towards the salvation. We start to work. Like how it's not. Once they use the furnace, we know when the furnace is done, we can see his image. So if we're being the furnace, and our God is seeing us, the people who want to understand and see how he's being good. And then they better repent that it's the whole way out.
Like a lot of jakes, they don't really believe it until they see it. You know, they're not really, there's no fear in them until they feel it. You know what I'm saying? And then 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be a little bit too goddamn late. You know, and, you know, they're not really gonna, it's not really gonna hit them until they fucking go into Jewel Lasco and the shelves is empty. You know, bitches getting beat up in the parking lot with like fucking rotisserie chicken and tampons. You know, they're not really gonna understand, like, oh shit. Then they gonna look back and they gonna come running right here like, man, where the niggas at? You know? Where the niggas in the stretch at? You know, where the Power Rangers at? You know? And then it's gonna be over with by then, man. So, and the scripture say, one of the tokens of the Lord is that people are gonna be taking a great number. You know, then they're gonna search for the truth. They're gonna see people dropping dead. Oh yeah, that's the syndrome. Sudden adult death syndrome, man. You know?
Not sad.
Sad, you going out sad to fit. You know? Just suddenly just dropped dead, man. And we all know what that's due to. You know, we ain't got to really, but hey, this is getting ready to increase in these last days. You know? All types of shortages. Like I said, the tampon shortage, the baby milk formula shortage. That's only happening in America.
Chicken wings.
Chicken shortage. You know, the whole time, man. You know, the main shortage that this world is suffering is the shortage of fear of the Lord, man.
Right.
You know, that's the main shortage that's going on, man. Nobody fears the Lord. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody considers. They don't consider the higher power and what he said to do. They don't consider the latter end of them living lasciviously and perversely. Whatever y'all got, go ahead.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 17, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, works for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So what we're going through right now, man, this is small, compared to what we compared to what we're gonna get, at the end, which is that glory. Verse 18, while we look at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but things which are not seen are eternal. Like the kingdom, to see Yahweh Shai, being in our glory, Lord willing, we are part of that number, having slaves, having everything that we need,
Our salvation and our rulership is going to be forever, man. It's going to be eternal.
Eternal.
The 1,000 years to eternity. World without end. And we'll have weapon will no longer be time will no longer be used as a weapon against us. We're going to have all day, all millennium to do everything.
This is Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
right,
the evidence of things not seen.
Faith, man, faith is the substance. That's what holds our sanity together, man. Just believing that although we go through certain things, the Lord's gonna bring us out of it, man. Why? Because He doesn't leave us in a lower state for a very long time, man. Hey, we're almost out of here, man. You can't spend 2 days in the house, all right? 2 days on punishment, then you definitely have no patience, man. It's only been 2 days since the Lord been gone, man. Go ahead, out. All right.
Verse 2, for by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
What's the other one? See it, watching you hope for it? What does it say?
But we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
No, it's another one. Speaking to my faith and not, you see it, watching you hope for it, something like that, you got it? All right, bro.
Romans 8:24, for we are saved by hope.
Right.
Hope that is seen is not hope.
Right. Hope that you see is not hope. It's like, man, I'm late and I hope the bus comes, but you see the bus right there, man. How's it? Go ahead, Kadam.
No, I was going to say, the days of Noah's Ark. You know what I'm saying? When it started raining, I was like...
Perfect example, man.
I've been saying this for 100 years, bro.
Right.
You late now.
Because 2 Corinthians told us that it says, for we walk by faith and not by sight. In Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8, it's like, still read. That's like a little.
It says, for what a man seeth, why does he yet hope for? But if we hope that we see not, then we be patient, wait for it.
Right, man, that's what we're doing. We're waiting for the salvation of the Lord. We're trying to see it manifested in spirit. All the prophets, the mass shootings, the workers free on the brink, really, it is real free. Right? The famine, right? These damn nigga women putting their kids left on right there. Right? These things that we see. Right? But now we know after that it's salvation. It's the Lord. That's all we're hoping for. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 13:12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. So basically, man, boots on the ground, year by year, you see these people get worse. You're like, fuck, like, Lord, how long? You know? You're like, goddamn, you change your mind, right? It says, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. So what? When your desire, what's our desire? To get the fuck out of here, to see the destruction, to see these people drown, to see everybody that talks shit get theirs. You know, when you see that, it says it's a tree of life. You rejuvenate, like, God damn, yeah, you know? So what? We starting to see these things now, man. We starting to see the desire of this place to fall. You know, and it's a tree of life, man. That's what make God forbid the spirit depart from us, man. Like, God damn, all this shit going on, man, and niggas losing hope. Niggas getting weak. Stay your ass, like, what? Stay in the house.
Stay in the house.
No, because the brother Ray said hope deferred. The deferred means to put off or to put back, man.
Right.
All right, so you putting off your hope. Yeah, you are gonna be sick. You are gonna be fucking troubled. You're gonna be weary. You're gonna have that doubt demon and shit, man. You're not fucking focused on the Lord, man. Right. You're not focused on salvation, man. You're focused on the current situation that you're in, man. Oh man, I had a bad week. Everything went bad. Hey, but guess what though? Trouble don't last always, man. All right, the Lord's gonna come and redeem you. All right, and lift your ass up and put you back on track if you believe.
Hey, so for the scriptures, hey, in the faith and belief in the scriptures, man, hey, we looking for a king to come. And we should be, at least we should be. Who the heck really want us to live here under the rulership of Esau, this nasty man?
Yeah, with the freaky man. Basically, with the you niggas, hey man, they want freaky man. You niggas crazy.
We're looking for that new heaven, that new earth, man. We don't. This place is through, man. It's been tried and ran through, man. This place is done.
Yeah, it's this kingdom is sitting on toothpicks right now, bro. Right, sitting blocks. Mr. Football's crib, it was sitting on that little ass.
Oh yeah, by the ocean.
Yeah, man, little ass. Fucking man,
Let me just show you how dumb motherfuckers are. That don't even look like it's even suitable for a structure to be on, man. No, I was gonna say about building their land on sand, man.
And the fact that, you know, if you really pay attention to things, man, hey, look, you know how big rocks get broken to little rocks get broken down to pebbles and sand. Man, this place is heavily divided, man. Look, you look to your left, to your right, ain't nobody together on nothing except the men of the Lord.
Hey, there's getting ready to be a civil war, man. Yeah. A whole fucking civil war is brewing right now, man. You know, especially with the gun situation, man. All right, they're getting ready to come for that Second Amendment, man. All right, they just passed that. I think they're getting ready to vote on it or some shit soon for gun reform. But they passed that shit during what was that, Memorial Day. You know, while everybody eating barbecue slime and shit and doing the fucking Casper slide, they put me in goddamn gun reform, man. You know, so this devil, he's coming through with his devices, his policy to cause craft to prosper, man. So what? These devils, they getting ready to go at it, man. All right, well, fucking gas is $6 now, man. You know, now everybody looking at, like, man, we put these fuckers in office, man. Everybody wants the orange guy back. And now what, Biff, he getting ready to, he's trying to get reelected, man. But what the word on the street is, some new shit about to come down the pipe where you can't physically vote. You gotta vote through the mail, which is gonna set up the okie doke. So if they let Senile Joe and Kmart back in, hey man, these fucking Edomites are going to flip their shit, man. All right, you think January 6th was wild as hell, man? All right, there's plenty of microchips. All right, watch, man. Hey, January the 6th, man. That's gonna be fucking child's play compared to what these devils gonna do, man, when they rig these next elections, which they are going to rig them.
Canada already passed that. I think Canada passed that.
Oh yeah, ain't no guns in Canada, man.
Yeah, no guns in Canada.
I think it breaks off.
And they got a few events going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So while everybody paying attention to the bread and circus, you know, the government, man, they're gonna be doing what they always do. While y'all focus on something else, the government gonna go ahead and put another type of law or restriction or somewhere, and then before y'all know, y'all gonna be like, what happened?
Y'all was paying attention to grand circus.
Hey.
Not paying attention to man on woman.
That's why in the scriptures in Matthew was the 37 about 24, he said what? They'll be eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage as in the days of Noah. Now the second flood is coming. That flood of the nuclear body. Like that's why in Revelations he talks about us going into the chariots, but it goes into us looking down and saying the sea of glass mingled with fire. That's the destruction that's coming to this place. And speaking and coincidentally is June. It's so-called Pride Month. You know, the Lord destroyed the earth with water and made a rainbow as a covenant that he wouldn't do it again. And Esau took that and made it wicked and taught the Lord. They don't think the Lord is going to destroy this place again. Just watch, nigga.
Somebody give a day of
That's in the
doom.
days of Noah, huh?
Somebody give a day of doom.
Yeah, dude.
Second Ezra 7. Second Ezra 7 and 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of his time, and the beginning of the immortality for its to come, where corruption is past. That's what's coming. Right? It won't be no more death. It won't be no more crazy niggas walking around. That's you know? Ultimately, people are going to see this statement. There's not going to be no more death.
Hey, I couldn't believe I heard what I
There's not
heard.
going to be no more about people in this logged out state of mind, man. No more death, man. No more trajectories from death.
Right. You gotta
Flourish again.
read shit.
I didn't know I knew that without reading it. Message. I told you it's probably message. I'm telling you, niggas looking at me like, what did you say? That's your father.
Because they sleep. That is their father. You're right, brother. You're right, brother. You're right, brother. It's crazy. And you got more niggas that been the top. You know what the Jake is. So I be trying to tell these Mexicans. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail bread or rust may do. So right now, like you said, it's Pride Month, and this is what they do. They, you know what I mean? It's a perverse spirit going throughout Egypt, and they're going to continue to do folly and abominable stuff. The Lord has already marked them for destruction. All we're doing is watching the show. You want to do, but everywhere you go, you're going to see more debauchery, more folly, more wickedness, more, it just going to turn up. You know what I mean? They're going to be blind, leading the blind. They're going to be sleeping like the elders were talking about earlier. They partying, they're not paying attention. Cut back, it's going to be all over for them. Second Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. We bring this scripture up all the time. We think this up here talking about random things. The words of prophecy are coming out of this man's mouth, man. Right? The things foretold, the things of old, that are coming to pass today, they come out of this man's mouth. Right? Because when people are being why?
Revelation is that the Christ feels like the wicked be wicked.
Second Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Spiritual. Fear not the imaginations against me. Let not the incredulity of them trouble you. Them is unbelievers, scoffers, niggas, women, Esau, whoever. They don't believe in this testimony. It's an unbeliever. Nobody cares. They can do it already. It says, I just said,
What is it? Come on,
disbelief. It says, fear not the imaginations against me. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against me. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Not get on every token of perdition.
That's our Philippians 1.
Right, baby. Look.
This is Philippians 1:28, and it's I start at 27. Only let your conversation be as it becomes the gospel of your house shine. Then whether I come and see you or else I be absent, I may hear of your affairs, that you stand fast in one spirit, one mind, striving together with the faith of the gospel, and in nothing terrified by your adversary, which is to them an evident token of perdition, but to you of salvation, and that you will love. Y'all here ready to Jesus, man. Now y'all ready to Jesus, man. Y'all don't know when y'all coming back. What are you gonna do? It's a blessing. This is a blessing to us and a curse to them. But at the end of the day, why would you fuss with a non-believer, man? And the scriptures say death is better than a life of continual sickness. And that's a perpetual sickness because of the evil heart of unbelief, man. It's a plague of the mind, man. All right?
Hey, check this out, right? You got niggas, right? That's plagued in the mind. Look at these religions. You got a nigga that don't believe he can have sex till he get on the altar with some bitch, man. He plagued in the mind. You got a nigga that in Islam. He's plagued in the mind. On top of other shit, like it's a whole lot of ways you can be plagued in your mind, man.
But it's better to be dead. When you live a life, man, we'll say death is better than the life of a fool, man.
That's right.
All right? These things are faithful and true, man. 10 minutes. These things are faithful and true, man. So, hey, man, don't worry about an unbeliever scoffing, man. This prophecy that they would scoff prophecy, man. So, man, fuck it, man. They're going to start.
Hey, Romans 3:3 says, it said, for one and son is not that means got something? Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 22:10. Weep ye not for the dead, neither bemoan him, but weep sore for him that goeth away. So, you know, it's better to weep for somebody that's out here, like brothers are saying, and them doctrines that got them bugged out, rather than to be weeping for somebody that's dead, that's more peace than somebody that's bugged out in the mind.
They off in the worst place, and they got to live with that plague, man. But ultimately, you know what's going on, he wasn't dealing with it.
This is Sirach 25 and 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which is the mind, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. All right, so that's what the brothers is talking about, man. You got plague of the mind, hey, forget about it. You already do, because you already mentally defeated that. You know, so hey, and remember this, we're still in the green tree. Look how people bugged out right now in the green tree. Wait till all the leaves is gone, man. You know, this place is dead. Super dead.
Check us out. Check us out.
So with that, hey, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, who teach us how to live. May you be the elect. And a boom, boom, boom!